And hello, Marvel fans, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone Team Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan. Once again, bringing you my thoughts and review for the leaked trailer for Avengers Doomsday Thor Edition. So, the Thor trailer got leaked also. Oh, by the way, I also want to say that also the leaked trailer for Spider Man came out. And I was going to talk about it, but it was so blurry, really couldn't see it. So, I'm trying to find another version of it if it's still up, and then I'll do a review of a reaction to it. So yeah, obviously I can't show the footage here. We'll get big no trouble from the YouTube police, so can't do it. But I did see it, and I was able to piece it together, and I wanted to talk about it because it could set up something that's gonna happen in Doomsday, and I have a couple of guesses here. So so the trailer starts off with Thor walking in a forest, and we see Thor. He looks kind of like the way he looked in Infinity War, so I thought that was pretty cool. And then he starts talking about a prayer. He starts praying to Odin, which is his father. And I have the prayer here. I found it online. And the prayer says, "Father, all my life I have answered the call of honor, duty, and battle. But fate offered me something I have never hoped for, a child, a life provided from the storm, excuse me. Grant me the strength of all fathers so that I can fight once more, defeat a new enemy, and return to her. Now as a warrior, but as a protector. They do not know war, but worry, the kind I have never known. I beg you, Father, hear my prayer." So basically, that's a pretty cool thing that Thor said. So basically, Thor is begging Odin, give him the strength. Give him the strength one more time, so that way he can go home to his kid. And we all know what kid that is. It's love. We all know at the end of Thor Love and Thunder, he got to pretty much be the adopted father of Love, or Gore's daughter. Gore wanted, he asked Eternity, bring my daughter back. Eternity answered, brought, Love back in the power of love. Pretty much have the powers of, Eternity, but its own version of it. So anyway, she's Thor's daughter, and now he wants to protect her. He wants to come back to her after he knows about the threat out there, which I'm pretty sure is Doom, which we all know is Doom, excuse me. And that's what he wants. So why would Thor be doing this? And why would love be a part of this whole thing, Honestly, at first I was like, I honestly thought they were going to retcon the whole, Thor Love and Thunder movie. Honestly. I thought they were going to, forget about the love character and move on and maybe bring back, Jane and have her come back. Technically, she's still kind of around in Valhalla, so she can probably pop up whenever. So maybe we'll get a variant of her one day. Who knows? But seeing this gives me a new, I guess an idea of where this movie could go, and it's just a guess, but who knows? I'm starting to see a new pattern here. And then the last trailer we got for Avengers Doomsday was the return of Steve Rogers. Now, in that trailer, we got to see him come back, go to his home, put his uniform down to fight his next battle, and that's be a father and having a child. So now I'm starting to see that. I'm like, okay, Cap's got a kid. Thor's got a kid now. Who else has a kid in Avengers, or sorry, in the Avengers movies of the MCU? Who has a kid right now in the MCU that's brand new to the fatherhood? No, it's not Tony Stark. It is Reed Richards, Franklin Richards. We saw Doom looking at him or hanging out with him for a little bit at the end of Fantastic Four, and now it looks like, and I could be wrong, I'm starting to get the pattern that Doctor Doom probably lost a child in his reality, wherever he comes from, whether that's the Fantastic Four Earth or another Earth or whatever. And seeing that Steve Rogers got a kid out of nowhere and made the incursion happen to make all the universes go into wacky land, which is breaking the multiverse by him going back in time and going to be with Peggy and having a kid because he wasn't supposed to have one. I'm starting to think that, okay, my kid got taken away because of your arrogance, Steve Rogers. I'm taking your kid now. I'm going to use Franklin's powers to take your kid away from you. And maybe he finds out about love and love's powers as well. Maybe combining love's powers with Franklin's powers could make something even worse happen to the multiverse. Maybe that's how he uses to create Battle World. You know, a lot of people speculate that he's going to use Scarlet Witch. Could still do that. We could still have Elizabeth Olsen come back as Scarlet Witch in this movie. But if that's not true and she's not coming back, what better way for Doctor Doom to get and create Battle World and also get to Loki is by love and by Franklin. And just maybe Steve Rogers' kid has powers too. He's a super soldier kid, so maybe he's going to take him for hostage. Who knows? But also use the powers of Thor's daughter and Reed's son, who's Franklin, which we all know is one of the most powerful characters in the entire Marvel universe, comics-wise. And I still believe he's going to be the one to reset the reality to make one Earth at the end of Secret Wars. I still believe that. I'm sticking with that. So maybe this is what it is. Maybe Doom is going to take these kids and punish those who wronged him for maybe losing his kid. I don't know. I look at this and go, yeah, this actually kind of makes sense. Because we don't know the story of Doctor Doom, where he come from. Why is he like who he is? Why does he look like Tony Stark? I mean, I've been saying for years now that we've already known that Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doctor Doom, that he's not just a variant. He's gonna be Doctor Doom. He's Victor Von Doom, but in his world, he's treated like Tony Stark. But what if he had a kid and he lost that kid because of what happened with Steve Rogers? What if Steve Rogers going back in time, staying there with Peggy, having a kid, caused this whole mess to happen, you know? Because think about it. He goes back in time, right? Has all that issues, right? He goes back in time, puts the stones back, goes back, spends time with Peggy, have some fun with her. They have a kid. That puts Thor in the path of having his kid and having Jane come back as Mighty Thor, then eventually dying. And then him getting that path to having love in his life. So what if this whole thing is because of Steve Rogers, regardless? Because think about it, if Steve did not go back in time, besides putting the stones back and coming back, if he would have came back to the main timeline, maybe Love wouldn't even be a character in the MCU. Maybe Jane wouldn't have cancer or die. Or even hook back up with Thor for a whole movie. Thor 4 could have been a complete, different movie. We don't know. But the events of what happened with Steve Rogers caused all this to happen. But maybe it also branched out the timeline to where Doctor Doom somehow lost his family as well. So all those things could be a possibility. But we have to wait until we get the actual teaser trailer for this to find out. / real trailer. But it's just a guess. So we have to wait and see. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Did you guys get a chance to see the leak trailer? Did you hear about it? Did you read about it? What do you think of the synopsis about it? What do you think is going to happen with Doctor Doom? And maybe does he have a connection with these kids? Whatever it is, leave a comment below. Let me know. Stay tuned for more. Thank you very much. And have a good night.